to episode 8 of the Retro Game Gauntlet Reviewcast. I'm your host, TurboGrafX, and this week I played Bravoman for the TurboGrafX 16. Bravoman, released in 1990, is an action game in a similar vein as Kung Fu, developed by Namco. It is a port of an arcade game by the same name, or Bravoman, released in 1988. In Bravoman, you play as car insurance salesman Hitoshi Nakamura, also known as Arnold. Arnold is out to defeat the evil, kindly, modern, old man scientist Dr. Bomb. Bravoman isn't helpless against the terror Dr. Bomb, though, as he has the power of his telescoping arms, legs, and neck. As a short disclaimer to all the kids out there, don't attempt to headbutt your opponents by extending your neck unless you too have powers from Planet Alpha. You will find that it only leaves you open to a counterattack, and that's no good. Bravoman isn't alone either. He will be aided by the advice of Alpha Man, man from beyond the stars, and by Lottery Man, an unlikely ally filled with treats. It won't be easy though. You'll have to overcome such enemies as the Black Bravo, Waya Princess, and Pistol Lord, or Pistol Load. Pistol Lord? Pistol Load. Now that we're all familiar with the deep lore of Bravoman, let's move into the breakdown. Let's start with the controls. Bravoman can crawl, attack, and jump. The difference between Bravoman's attacks, punching, kicking, and headbutting, are purely aesthetic. You can, however, control the distance of his attack by either quickly tapping the 2 button or by holding it down. If you attack while pressing up, you will kick at an angle. As another bit of tech, you can increase the height of your jump by kicking during the ascent of that jump. This will come with the spam of voice acting of Bravoman shouting out his own name. There are several items that will restore your health or power up your Bravo, that you can find either hidden in the levels, or as a gift from Lottery Man. Collect moon runes to make a word picture. Once completed, Lottery Man will choose a random item to give you. Donuts, hot soup, and hot dogs will increase your health. You will be given IOUs, which increase your score as sort of a booby prize. The fist increases your damage output for a limited time, also allowing you to penetrate enemies. A bottle of Coke will give you temporary invulnerability. Finally, there is the Atom, which gives you 10 projectile shots. There is also the Bullet Train, which seems to be exclusive to the bonus stages. Collecting this takes you directly to the level's exit. At the end of most levels, you will pass by the lottery shop. Every time you completed a word picture, you get a hieroglyph. You can exchange these hieroglyphs for donuts at the lottery shop. The game is made up of 22 stages, and there is no explicit timer, but spending too much time in a stage sends a flying robot head at you. I'm not going to do a level-by-level walkthrough for Bravoman since it has 22 stages and most of them are too bland to remember. I will, however, go through the bosses. Cue Dr. Bomb's voice acting intro.
I'm Dr. Bomb.
Stage 1, nothing. Stage 2, mostly nothing. Stage 3, a shmup stage. This wouldn't be a TurboGrafx stage without a shmup section. The shmupping in this game gets the basic beige award. You have 2 shots, one that travels straight forward and one that arcs towards the ground. There's another game that uses the same style. I can't remember exactly what it is, though. Tell me about it. Remind me. Someone help my old man brain. The boss is a 2-headed dragon guy. Stage 4, a ninja clown guy. Stage 5, the Black Bravo Man challenges you to a fight. Stage 6, some sort of bird centaur. His name is Zortan. He'll give you death. He bobs up and down, shooting bullets directly at you. You have to time your jumps and attacks to hit him while his shield is receded. Stage 7, more shmup. The Lord of Atlantis laughs while his fishmen swim around him. Defeat all of his lovery followers to defeat him. Stage 8, Pistol Lord. Pistol Lord. Pistol Load. A man with a gun on his head. His primary mode of transportation is flying about, with paper fans in his hands and in between his toes. Occasionally, he'll beg you to stop attacking him, similar to Black from Gunstar Heroes. Stage 9. My hairstyle is modern also. The boss of Stage 9 is a bird with 2 phases. First is his crane form. The long-necked bird spins its head around shooting bullets at you in pairs. Hit him in the head when he pauses at his zenith and nadir. Its second form is a little dumpleburb, who prefers a more direct approach to attacking you. Stage 10, Waya Princess. This ninja lady throws knives and moves back and forth across the stage. Lead her shots and counter when she charges up. Stage 11, Get bonus! Stage 12, you will now see the great power of robots. You will have to traverse a bunch of scaffolding in this stage. Watch out, Bravoman, it's Pocky! At the end, a robot shoots a bunch of missiles at you. Just hammer punch and don't let his sprite overlap yours. Stage 13. Some ninja guy turns into a shuriken and bounces around. You can only beat him by hitting him 3 times after he's fallen to the ground. Stage 14. More shmups. This time you will be taking on Black Bravoman underwater. Avoid his direct shots and dive beneath him when he goes to the top to drop a barrage. Still not done though, because you'll have to fight the 2-headed dragon again. But now he's red! Stage 15. A short stage full of traps. The boss is some kind of wrestle monster. Jump over him and punch his butt. Stage 16. Temple Unbab, you'll be turned into stone too. A weird level. Kinda looks like the Hidden Palace in Sonic. There are no enemies that drop moon runes and Lottery Man has been kidnapped. If you rescue Lottery Man and find his shop, he'll reward you with some hot soup. At the end, you will have to refight Black Bravo. Stage 17. The final shmup. You'll have to fight the Atlantis load again, but in a tighter area. This makes him surprisingly harder. You're still not done though, cause this face submarine will want to have a word with you. Cute effect by the way, you can see Dr. Bomb piloting the sub. Stage 18. You gotta fight a pair of the Clown Ninja again, and do a second round with the Wrestle Monster. Stage 19. Get bonus! Keep it, I'm a kind old man. Admire the craftsmanship. Stage 20. You will be amazed to be lost in a maze. After making your way through the maze, you will reach a refight with Waya Princess. Defeating her, you will then have to refight Pistol Load. Pistol Lord? Pistol Load. Stage 21. Another boss rush. We got another fight against the Black Bravo and a refight against Zortan. Zortan fires much more frequently this time around. Stage 22. The final gauntlet. We got 4 fights to get through here. First, you're gonna have to fight a pair of the Clown Ninjas and the flying head that punishes you for taking too long in a stage. Then is the final refight with the Black Bravo. After defeating him, he reveals that he's been training you all along. Eat it and beat Dr. Bomb. Dr. Bomb has 2 phases. First is a Dracula-esque fight. Hit him in the hair as he cries. After you hurt him plenty, he aims to teach you to be kind to your elders. He begins to teleport around the room shooting lasers at you. Having defeated the kindly gray-haired old man, he reveals his motivation to you. He was lonely all along. It's tough to be single. Also, this woke art. At the end, Bravoman returns home to his family for some well-earned rest. Oh, so, what's to be done with this Bravoman? This is probably the hardest review I've had to do for the Gauntlet. I'm on the fence between a 2 or a 3 out of 5. The game is clunky and awkward. Most of it is too hard to describe without putting the controller in your hand, but we can talk about the super jump mechanic. Although a bit cumbersome, I do find it to be a clever solution to the lack of buttons on the TurboGrafX 2-button controller. The original arcade of Bravoman had 6 buttons, 3 jump heights and 3 attack distances. And though I will say 3 of each is unnecessary, 2 jump heights and 2 attack distances is a fine mechanic. Many games with a super jump will have you either hold up while jumping, or force you to differentiate between a tap and a held jump. If you have played a game using this control style, you know how easy it is to potentially drop an input. In a game where super jumps are up on the D-pad, it's easy to end up pushing too hard left or too hard right when trying to get an angled jump, missing the super jump entirely and having you fall short. If you've ever played a Mega Man, you know that the variable jumps can be a real pain. It's based on whether you tapped or held the button for a jump. I don't think that Bravoman's solution to super jumps is perfect, but I do think that it works. It does have the additional utility for the super jump that you can extend your hang time. It's a useful tactic that you can use against Waya Princess and the second form of Dr. Bomb. For an arcade-style game, it has excellent pacing for health. If you've not played many arcade games, they usually don't have a lot of leniency for mistakes. Modern games like Metroid and Mega Man, at least modern in style, usually have sections where you can grind for health, or they just have higher drop rates for health. Arcade games with health usually only place health at checkpoints and instead has a focus on health conservation. The environment of arcade games tends to be more focused on don't get hit, rather than look for health after having gotten hit. If you want to get a better idea for what I'm talking about, go play a beat-em-up like Streets of Rage. The game is painfully minimalistic though. I would probably best describe it as Kung Fu Plus One. And I'll remind you, this game came out the same year as F-Zero and Super Mario World. It's similar in design and clunkiness to the first Castlevania, which I think is also an excellent example because each Castlevania adds to the previous. So you could describe this game as if Castlevania 1 was released about the same time as Super Castlevania. I got some good laughs at the English and the overall parody nature of the game, but I can't really add score over that. So though I enjoyed this game a lot, I'm going to err on the side of it being bad and give it a 2 on 5. I have to say that, yeah, I did enjoy the game, and yeah, I am giving it a 2. There's kind of this tendency to develop Stockholm Syndrome when playing the Gauntlet. Games that you probably would never have played or even enjoyed in another environment. You get extra enjoyment when you're forced to play it. To be fair, I think you might get a little bit of this same effect when you rent games, though. Anyway, I'll close this out with a shill. Go ahead and smash that approve button and thumb vote this video likewise. I post a poll every weekend to decide what game I'll play next on my Twitter. If you would like to see me play any of the Gauntlet games live, you can find me on Twitch. Links for all this stuff will be in the description. Intro and outro is All Night by Noira. Go to noting.